goodness, Rolo. You're so impatient. You need to learn to have a chill pill. I'm down. Hello and welcome to Ready Up. So this is my regular slot. There's a couple of things that I was thinking of playing, but I've decided to go with the Binding of Isaac because my tummy's a little dodgy and I'm probably not going to stream as long as I usually do. So I haven't played Binding of Isaac in so long. Thought it might just be nice. Let me know how the audio levels are. I've been having a bit of trouble with my mic recently, being really quite loud and quite peaky. But let me know how that is in comparison with the audio of the game. Because it feels quite loud in my ears, but I'm not sure if I'm just making that up. So I'm gonna play. The last time I was playing this, what I was trying to do was defeat everything on hard with Eve even. Because I find Eve to be one of the easier ones to just run through things with. Sounds alright. Hopefully I don't get excited. Look at that win streak of minus 34. Binding of Isaac. Alright, hi Scott. Glad that you could join me. If anybody else is in the chat, maybe a touch lower on the music. Right. I'm going to go ahead and just give me a wee second. The music, believe it or not, if I show you an option, the music is down at 1 and then everything else is quite low. I don't know if it's just me, if there's a bit of lag or... there strangely is a bit of lag going on. I don't know what that's about. And it's not there when I kind of don't have it completely full screened. What's going on here? What is going on? Fairness, I haven't played it in a while, but there shouldn't be anything that if I've turned full screen off, I'll need to change stuff, but what? There is definitely some kind of something going on. Thought if it was the original soundtrack, we'd be asking to turn that up. Yeah, so strange. Right, I'm gonna have to jiggle some stuff around because I'm getting a slight bit of lag in full screen, and I it shouldn't be. So we'll set that to that, so it's capturing that screen fine. Yeah, weird lag. I'm just gonna take it out of full screen and see if that fixes it. Oh my god. Can I just turn that up here? That's full screen off, which is fine. Can you guys still see that okay? Yeah, there's the weird lag gone. I think it's just Afterbirth. No, it's Rebirth actually. It's Rebirth. I've put the wrong thing on the title. Can you change the title for me? Because it's not Afterbirth, it's Rebirth. Whoops. I can't remember. Well, it seems to be coming up okay for you guys, and I can see the entire screen, so let's go. Oh god, it's been so long. It's been too long. Oh Christ. Oh, I forgot what everything is. Already this is a disaster. Good lord. Yeah. Because it was Rebirth is the latest one, isn't it? Or is it Afterbirth? I've lost. It's been that long since I played this game that I have completely 100% lost track. And I can't remember what the buttons are. Good crack. I don't know what that is. Should we take the risk? Mass poison. Oh, well that's a bomb. That's my card. Cool, alright. card. Not like I'm gonna buy anything just yet. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's what this does. Well, that's a bit fun. Yes. Oh my god. That item was amazing. Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus are expansions to Rebirth, which was the major rebalancing of the original. Gameplay changes, picks, art, new soundtrack because of developer falling out. Oh, okay. So I have the old game. Ah, it's just been too long. It's just been too long. I'm all out of the loop. All out the loop. I love this item so much. Yeah. That is pretty useless for me. Okay, boss time, everybody. Boss time. Famine, you are a pain in my butthole, aren't you? I used to play this game pretty much every day for a year. It was my go-to. Oi! It was my go-to game when I came home. I do want her. Gotta lick 'em all. Yeah, these items are pretty badass so far. So far. Alright. Oh my god, I'm in love with these items. I'm in love with this item. Oh no no! Ah, bugger, I accidentally picked up the heart. That's not a problem just yet. If I start picking up spirit hearts, that becomes more of a problem. But, there we go. Hi, James. It's my favorite Canadian baker. What's the crack? And your favorite Scottish version in the chat? Naturally. Ooh, it's a key. It's a key. It's a key. I'd rather save. Oh, I've got 2 keys. That was a bit of a waste of a key. But maybe you are. Right. Shit. Alrighty. Oh, jumpers. We got jumpy men. Aw, sweet. Aha. This is what I want. Can't afford the health right now, actually. Oh, hi Lilith. How are you? Your teeth so. I don't know what that is. Creepy bombs? Creepy bombs? Ah, fuck a duke. I gotta be super gentle. Gotta be super gentle. She can't reciprocate by calling me her favorite Canadian. Yeah, that's true. Although I don't think Ruben would care. Ruben, would you care if I called somebody else my favorite Canadian? Oh, he's not there. Oh, right, there he is. He says no, he'd be alright with it. I said baker, not bacon. Yeah, wrong movie. He says it would be fine though, he'd be fine with it. He's a pretty chill dude. Oh my god. Oh, I have never had to experience a root canal, but that sounds awful. James, you don't have to tell, I tell them anyway. I don't keep secrets. Secrets are what kill the soul. Ah! Troll fires. Jesus Christ. Yes. I am actually going to pick that up. There was a heart somewhere back here. Yes, I'm going to pick it up. Because I have plans. Ah, shit, it's hidden in there. Okay, never mind. I had plans. Okay. I want the big fly thing. I'm gonna have to hurt myself to get it. Yeah! Yeah! We got it, guys. It just kind of put me in a bit of a precarious position. I could use extra health. We keep working on importing her over here. Reuben. James says you keep working on importing me over to Canada. Oh, are you? Well, oh right. Oh, there you go. I didn't even see you. I wasn't watching. Okay, we've got pin. Mad at me, pin, brah. Right, I just need to not get hit. That's fine, right? I can do that. It's not like I haven't played this game in so long that I don't feel like I can hit anything. Hey! What does that, what do those belts mean? I think they mean you move faster. Yay! It's not faster. Let's go. Okay, Curse of the Lost. We'll go up first. There's nothing up here. That was easy. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, fuck you. Ooh, monkey paw. I think that gives me a couple extra lives, which I am not bad to. Me. Ah! Right, we're gonna go up. Ooh. Cry all you want, friends. Cry all you want. Oh god, I hit these spiders! Ah! Ah! Hey Ruben, if you're in chat, you can tell me if things are happening. Oh! Troll bomb. Troll fire. And these things that... You're dead. Actually, I could probably use that. So I can open a lock to get a key. On both sides. That's pretty pointless. I hate these guys. Oh, die. Die, 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 die. Come on. Come on. Ah! That bomb did have a troll face on it. Have you never played this game? Did you not heard of the... Oh, shit. A brick. Oh, god, 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 god. Ah! This is unfair! Ah, balls. Dead. Well, it's fine. We'll just go again. Go away. Go away. Right, you're dead. Oh, that was such a good item as well. No, never played. Seen a little bit on Twitch. Yeah. Do I want that? Nah, I don't care enough right now. Would you just die already? Oh, that was convenient. Ooh, secret room! The blank card. No. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. We got spiders galore. Ah. What a horrible night that was. Whoop! Die! Whoop! We don't want any more baby spiders. No baby spiders. Please. We can't have this. So are you back into WoW? Yeah. Are you playing World of Warcraft? Let's find out. Give me bad gas. Ah, okay. Sorry guys. Oh, what's this? Curse of the Darkness? I did have a feeling that the first... I don't know, I haven't played in a long time. Fuck my life. Oh my god. I'm doing really poorly! Guys! Guys! This isn't good. I do not have lead skills. I'll have yous know, just, you know, I have defeated Mega Satan in the past. I was heavily OP, but I don't care. It happened. It was a thing that was real. Cool, that one killed himself there in the fire. In the fire. Die. Oh, that's Christ in the bike. Piss off. Nope. Go away. Go away. Okay, cool. Right, we need to solve this problem. Oh, he jumped into the fire. Idiot. Okay. Oh, cool. That's them all. Yeah, lots of catch-up mechanics now. Ooh. God, I haven't played World of Warcraft since I was... I haven't played it since I was 21, 22? Been a long time, man. And if you play a Dirty Alliance like me, I could help you. Where was the Alliance? I was a Night Elf Druid. Oh my god, no! Okay, we're good. We're good, guys. It's fine. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. Look, it's a little poop. Maybe a little poop. What's that other thing then? Oh no, it was the last game. Not this game, friends. I don't know why I've decided to continue here instead of just going and fighting the boss, but sometimes you just don't know the things you find. Is there anything else I can do here? No, because I have no bombs. Oh, this is my own fault. Mini boss, mini boss. I did it to myself. Of all the mini bosses, these guys are pretty okay. As long as I don't let him touch me. No touching of the body. When do I get anything good? Probably not. Just a troll bomb. Thanks. I got a 14-day trial thing years ago for World of Warcraft during one summer while I was at college, and I lost those 14 days. So when I was about 2021, me and my partner both knew that we weren't going to have a job for a while. Like, we were going to be, oh yeah, sure, why not. I can't remember what this item does. I'll use it on the next floor because I think it might reveal the floor. But yeah, so we thought, okay, we're going to be skint, we're not going to be able to go out, so why don't we like pay for a couple of months of this, and do that together. And the problem being, the problem was that, first of all, because I shouldn't be allowed to play any kind of those sort of games, because I just went ahead and got really far ahead of him. So I was like, I was already like level 30 or something, 30 something odd by the time he was still in his level 20s, but which he wasn't pleased about. But I kind of realized.
And this was back when it actually took time to level.
Yeah, right. But a friend of mine was level 80, so she kind of bum rushed me through a lot of it. But oh shit! This is a new move. Sorry, that was a new move. That was unexpected. Yeah, die.
It's funny. I came on stream into the middle of that story,
No!
and because of the stream delay, you were you were like 10 seconds, well, not 10 seconds, but several seconds further into the story. I just had to assume I knew what happened in between.
Oh right, yeah. No, we both played World of Warcraft together, and but like, kind of, it wasn't until afterwards I realized that our relationship was falling apart, and I was using playing the game as a way to avoid acknowledging the fact that our relationship was falling apart.
Okay, all right,
So
yeah.
then we broke up like a couple months later, and I've not went back to World of Warcraft since.
That's fair. That's fair. Like,
So
I can
yeah,
tell you, as Ready Up's resident guy who's played almost every MMO to some degree, that they all pretty much exhibit the same qualities when it comes to that.
yeah,
There are definitely some you can walk away from more. For example, the likes of Guild Wars 2 or whatever,
yeah,
you can bounce off that for a couple of months and you're fine because it has no monthly subscription. So,
yeah,
but stuff like World of Warcraft, you buy those 30 days and you're
yeah.
like, I'm gonna play it for those 30 days.
Yeah, like World of Warcraft.
That's really funny. Sorry, your story is really funny because I just not relationships, but let's say I've had close friends who are of different genders,
Yeah.
of a different gender who it was the same. We almost had a similar relationship. Like
Oh.
it's like we were just playing this together in perpetuity while we had a subscription to it, and I was just like, "This is hang on, we've destroyed all social communication between us. We need to
Yeah.
get off this game."
Well, in fairness, our relationship was over. I think it had been ending before we started playing the game, but then I
Yeah,
used it as sort
it's a
of
clutch.
yeah, and I'd done that before because my first MMO was actually Final Fantasy 11, and I played that for a good 2 years maybe. Whenever I
Oh,
was like
nice. What
16,
was your class?
I was a red mage with a
Mm.
sub. I'd leveled up a sub white mage, a sub black mage, and a sub ninja.
Red mages have apparently come back in a big way in 14.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
That They were
that was a big
always.
deal about Stormblood with the latest expansion. Everybody was like,
Ah.
"Yes, red mages are back."
I see. I haven't played it in a while. It was another one of those cases where I was kind of things weren't
Hesitant.
great around that time when I was a teenager. And I was using it as a crutch to avoid my problems, and when I
I
solved my
mean,
problems, I stopped playing.
14's a very different game from 11. Actually, 14's a hugely different game from original
It looks
14.
really good.
Oh,
Like
14,
from what I've
14
seen.
now, not original 14, but the 14 where they
Yes.
took like two
Yeah.
years off to fix it. 14's excellent. It's
Yeah.
uh,
That's what I've heard. Have you played
if
it
I
then?
oh yeah, I've got 2 months on 14. I've got a level 30 dragoon, which is you need a level 20 or 30 lancer plus a level 10 or 15 like monk or something or
Yeah.
pugilist. I can't remember. And you combine them, and then that becomes a dragoon.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, the 14 in terms of classic MMOs, or at least ones that are trying to emulate the classic style, like it's probably the one I would go to now, other than World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
If I was going
If I
for,
was to
if I,
play, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna, if I was to play one with the Holy Trinity, the tank, DPS, healer,
Oh yeah.
I'd probably go with that because I was really impressed by the 2 months I played of it. I just didn't stick to it because it was it's the same problem
Your
with all
life.
MMOs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
eats your
basically.
life, and I just don't have any time to have it eat my life. James just said, "Well, if you play again, Kitty, I'll play with you while your relationship deteriorates."
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
You alright with
Oh
that,
dear.
Ruby?
Oh, he's got a sad face in the chat.
Aw,
Oh.
poor Ruben.
Yeah, the James asked me if what I was thinking of World of Warcraft recently. So I did Legion launched late last year, and I have I have a copy of it, but I didn't start it. And then July this year, they sent me a free, no conditions at all attached week. It was just like log in for a week and do whatever you like on your account. So I logged in for a week, played the new class on Legion, and bumped up my guys a little bit, but they still weren't at the level 100 for the new Legion areas.
Yeah.
so I
Sounds
didn't
like
really
a nightmare.
into the new mechanics. But from what I've seen of it, it it seems like a really solid expansion.
Yeah, like the last time I tried to play World of Warcraft again, I do vaguely remember trying to go back at one point and realizing that I'd
Whenabouts?
been gone so long that everything was a mess. All my macros were gone.
Right, so that happens.
Yeah.
That doesn't just happen every couple of years. That happens like every 6 months now. Every
What?
time, every time there's a fairly major content patch, they have to reset your skill tree. Not your macros, but your
Oh,
like the balancing for the skill tree and stuff. They usually
that's annoying.
it can be a little bit annoying, yeah. But sometimes they do it because your previous build makes no sense anymore. Like they're just
Right,
like
maybe.
it's like a reminder. Hey, reset your skill talents now. Although they dramatically overhauled the talent system since presumably when you played.
Yeah.
Back like I've been playing since mid Burning Crusade, mid late Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
So that was the first expansion pack. And I've gone back every once in a while, and I've did a bit of Lich King, did a bit of
I think Lich
Pandaria.
King was the last one I played because I distinctly remember me and my friend making blood elves so that we
Hmm.
could go to the area in the Burning Crusade because we were both alliance, so we made these horde characters so that we could kill each other to get the Talbot mount.
Oh, the Talbot mount!
Yeah,
Wow,
we
yeah,
just
okay.
wanted to. We were mount hunters. I was the
Yep.
same when I played Final Fantasy. Like I played 2 years and I never hit max level because I just dicked around doing other things. That was
I usually hit max level because it was usually required for some mounts, but yeah, like I can totally respect that. That is totally a way to play.
I
Like,
wanted a
there's so much fun.
dragon.
There's so much cute. There's so cute. So many cute
Yeah,
mounts.
it's like I never bothered to try and get a flying mount because it was like I can fucking fly because I'm a druid.
Oh, right, nice. Yeah, you had the floatability.
Yeah. No, I turned into a bird.
Oh, yeah, they actually can transmog into.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bear and I was a cat and I was a bird.
No, it's the mage that
And
can
I
float.
was
That's
also
one
a
thing.
dolphin.
Um, the game has changed so much since Lich King. I can't even begin to explain.
Yeah,
It's like it has like a built-in like you have like your own what's the word I'm looking for? Like your own fortress in Warlords of Draenor that you like send people out on missions, and it's basically a Facebook game. And that's just built in. That's just one of the millions of new distractions. I would say, in terms of when I enjoyed World of Warcraft the most, I think actually End of Lich King was probably my favorite time in terms of like end game balance and stuff. But going back to it, there's so many quality of life improvements now.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts. But anyway, I had that week, and I played for a week, and I really enjoyed it, and I was impressed by Legion, and I really liked the story heavy Legion introduction.
Yeah.
So yeah, James is saying garrisons were last expansion. Yeah, they were Warlords of
Yeah,
Draenor.
he said he slaughtered her until he got the Talbot legit. It's like, nah, I cheated, mate. Like, but he legit did it, which, you know, respect. He had to kill a lot of horde to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I remember. Yeah, some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Not honor. Rep. There you go, rep. Some of the rep mounts are insane. You just have to spend.
My friends did have a dragon, and you know, much respect to her for having a dragon. I never got that far.
So they're not too bad to get, especially once you get into once you're in like Pandaria and you can go back to old Legion content and be like old Lich King content and be way over leveled.
Yeah.
It's not so bad to get dragons then. You're basically just like there's a couple that are almost guaranteed. Like you can get like a red drake and a black drake almost every time from a certain dungeon, and then there's like but then there's like a repeatable daily dungeon where you've got a 1% chance every day
Oh, okay.
to get a giant blue one, and
have
so
they like kind of almost free to play mechanic this shit?
so you can that as well. That stuff is just like RNG that was always in the game, but you can totally buy mounts in the store, yeah. Which I've refused to do, but
No, it's kind of besides the point. I do actually, like, sometimes, I think at one point I tried to go back to Final Fantasy as well.
yeah.
Because I really enjoyed the game, and when I think back on it, Like, I actually had so much fun playing it.
11 like had a like eventually after the 8 million expansions that came out, 11 apparently had like a final boss. I think.
Did it?
Yeah, because I think I remember the backloggery guys. The guild. It was guild loggery.
Yes.
The guild loggery, the company, job company, whatever. I think they got together and teamed up to fight this boss, and the boss takes like 6 hours or something.
Wow.
And
That's a bit mad.
it's a bit mad, yeah.
Well,
James is actually PvPing while he watches us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, you fucking son of a bitch. When I tried to go back, my guild and all that I'd been part of was gone, and everybody
Yeah.
that I'd played with before was gone, and it just wasn't the same. So I think that's why I never went back again after that.
11's a little bit different from 14, but
Yeah.
still, you know, they have a lot of the same DNA, of course.
What's this button do? Don't want to waste a bomb on it.
You got an ability. James, what do you play in PvP? By PvP, I mean getting poked and then left alone. That sounds a bit like a thief or a roguish type.
Getting poked and then get left alone. He must be some sort of tank. You see, because I actually did quite well. And there was only, you know, I don't know if you played 11, yeah? You said
Yes,
you
I played a bit of 11. Yeah.
Whenever
A
I
tiny
went to
bit, not as much as 14, but I'm
Yeah.
familiar with it.
But whenever I went to Ballista and did PvP, I would do Red Mage Ninja. So I would have like Stone Skin and the shadows of the ninja activated. So like, even though I was kind of squishy, I was
You had an armor
pretty
buff.
I was pretty much untouchable
Yeah,
for at
you had
least
an
4
armor
or
buff on
5
top.
hits. So I
Nice.
just like cleaned up usually. Ooh, yeah, go key. Oh, he's
So
a
they
holy
really loved you
paladin.
in that game.
Huh?
They really loved you in that game.
Yeah.
Kitty OP, please nerf.
Yeah. But then I would counteract it by like, I had, you know the way you could get the wedding armor?
Oh yeah, there's a lot
I
of
totally
that.
had the shitty wedding armor, and I'd wear it in battles, and then the rest of the team would be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, but it's so pretty! Or I'd
Yeah.
like wear once you got to level 30, you got like the traditional Mithra armor. So I'd put that on. But then I had this hat that really suited the outfit. It was red and it was like a trilby. But it had aggro on it.
All right,
And everyone
okay.
would get really upset. They'd be like, "You're healing right now.
You're
getting all
taking the
aggro."
tanks aggro.
And I'd be like, "I know, but it suits my outfit. So
How
how about
that
now?"
that overrid the requirements of the raid or the party, yeah.
That was the fucking worst. I think one of my
Nice.
favorite stories, which is a good example of how I play RPGs, or MMOs even. They used to do. You might remember this. They used to do this summer festival every year. Where you
Oh,
got,
they do. They totally do that for 14 still.
Oh, I love those things.
It's like a big beach festival type thing.
Oh, that's so cool. I can't remember
Yeah.
what this item does. But anyway, I'm gonna buy this. I would. There was this festival where they'd give you these little cakes. They'd give you 3 cakes of each species, and it would turn you into a female child version of that species. And they
Right.
had this every year, so I got a whole bunch of these. And instead of like playing the game, I would just go into the town centre, put one of these on, like you eat it and it puts it on like a costume, and then I would just follow random people. Like I'd just hit, /follow and start talking to them and being like, running up to an elf and being like, "Daddy, Mommy said you ran off with a whore. What's a whore?"
Oh my god.
And I would do that.
You're the worst, Kitty.
What some people worked out, is that when you wear those costumes, you can't interact with things. So they'd run into a house, they'd go out and close the door, and I'd be stuck there unless I took it off. So, yeah. Oh man, good time.
Maximum troll. Very impressive.
Maximum, yeah. But this is I found out. You know when you get the chocobos,
Yes.
there isn't actual chocobo races, and everybody is at the same speed. But I worked out shortcuts to places, so I would regularly just have chocobo races instead of doing anything proper in the game.
Yep.
Oh, so much fun.
It's a pretty significant moment in 14 when you first get your first mount.
Oh, really? Is
And
it
you
an
get
actual thing?
yeah, it's like yay. I mean, maybe not as much now because every MMO suffers from power creep, and when you go back, early content is a lot faster and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But when I played 14 Realm Reborn like a couple of months after it
Yes.
relaunched. And so at that point, getting a chocobo, or a chocobo, sorry, as it's pronounced apparently.
Hang on, what's the difference?
Oh god, it's chocobo is the correct pronunciation.
Yeah.
Uh,
You say chocobo?
everybody I'd ever met in my life until Final Fantasy X came out pronounced it chocobo because you know chocolate.
I always called it chocobo.
Yeah.
But then I'm dyslexic, so I used to call I called Tekken for the longest time.
Oh, nice. Was this a Tidus Tidus situation or
kind of like a little bit? I'm really liking James's character, Jez.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Very purple. Lots of purple.
That's-
Purple items. Purple
Yeah.
aesthetic. He's basically got like a fake Lich King helmet. It's quite good.
Yeah. Hang on. Is he gonna show us something else here? I'm meant to be playing a game. Although I do kind of like when I'm streaming and I'm meant to be playing a game and instead we get into a conversation that's just
Yeah. Yeah. Hanging out.
I'm getting distracted though. I should concentrate when it's a boss. Probably. Where'd you go? Were you not saying something there?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you were saying about chocobo.
Oh, right. So, yeah. So, it's choke, as in to choke.
Yeah.
Oboe. That is the correct pronunciation. But I and everybody I'd ever met until Final Fantasy X came out pronounced it chalk, as in chocolate, because it's spelled that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But then what?
I
Why after 10? Oh, was because of
I
voices?
It was just yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I should explain that. That was the reason. That was the first time we ever heard the pronunciation of chocobo in a game. Because before that they were all text. So.
That's true. That's true.
And then so everybody around me was just like, "What? We've been pronouncing it wrong all this time." But then again, there's also an element of how they translated it from Japanese to English, and I believe chocobo is fairly accurate. So I always go with Japanase pronunciations and things that are very often.
If that's where it originates from.
And if that originated, okay, I'll defend it then. But up until then, I was totally on Team Chocolate Chocobo.
Chocolate Chocobo. For real.
But you know, like I see lots of words in Japanese that get butchered when they come to English. Like there's a street in the Yakuza series, or Yakuza, however you want to pronounce it.
Fuck. Sorry.
Did I cut your run short?
No. I'm still alive, but there you go. Picked up a heart. We're good.
Okay. So there's a street in the Yakuza series, which is the Tenkaichi Street.
Yeah.
But in the middle of that word, it's typically spelled with a space, so people think it's pronounced Tenkaichi. And it technically sort of is, but it's pronounced so quickly that it becomes a kai sound.
Okay.
But so you do pronounce it Tenkaichi. That's just the way you pronounce it in Japanese. But anytime I hear, I watched a couple of years ago. I was watching a Yakuza quick look of like 5 or something on the PS3, and they kept going down Tenkaichi Street, and they're going.
So they kept saying it.
And they kept saying, "Oh God, Jeff, go down Tenkaichi Street," and I'm like, "Stop it! Stop adding that syllable."
I can imagine you getting so frustrated.
And like, I'm like a massive fan of the Japanese version of Dragon Ball, especially like the original manga and stuff, and the original Japanese broadcast.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of the martial arts tournament in that, which is like the template for martial art tournaments in anime, in shonen anime. It's called the Tenkaichi Budokai. And wouldn't you know that any time that ever gets pronounced in English, Now, admittedly, what they did in English for like the English dubs of Dragon Ball, which are all a mess apart from Dragon Balls itself, which is not too bad, but Z is a horrific nightmare.
Yeah.
They pronounced it. They would just call it the World Martial Arts Tournament, which is fine, whatever. They would just give it a literal English translation. That's fine. But there's a couple of games on like during the sort of late sort of Wii 360 PS3 era, which were called the Tenkaichi Budokai games.
Yeah.
And you would have like Son Goku's English voice actor saying, like, you started up the game on the Wii, and it'd go Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Budokai 3, and I'd be like, oh, stop it, stop throwing in that extra syllable.
Lilith. Lilith is one of our regular streamers, but we haven't met in real life. Or one of our regular viewers, should I say. But
Lilith's a friend of mine from the Backloggery, which is a site we use to keep track of games we've played, beaten, and completed. Mine isn't 100% accurate because I have 1,000 Steam games and I just can't keep that up. But if I beat,
she's one of your crazy friends, not my crazy
yes.
friends.
Well, she's everyone. She's a friend to Ready Up.
Yeah.
And Commander Rolo says it's over 9,000 as a Dragon Ball Z reference. Do you know, and you probably do know this, that meme is wrong?
Hi.
Well, a meme can't be wrong, but I mean it's inaccurate. The line is it's over 8,000 in Japanese.
Oh, but in English, they translated it as 9,000.
So it wasn't even a bad translation, I believe. I believe it was because they were trying to make the mouth flaps match on the dub.
Oh, right, okay.
And there's we had a joke in early Ready Up streaming. Ooh, half heart. Sorry, I'm watching you now. Did you survive?
Yep.
Okay. I'm 5 seconds.
Still going.
That bit where you're stuck in the corner, that was pretty bad.
That was squeaky bum
time. Pretty yeah.
Squeaky bum time.
But yeah, there's so in early Ready Up streaming, right? I used to put on this voice of this pedantic person. It's basically a hyper exaggerated version of me.
Yeah.
Who Rolo and Susan and I nicknamed 8K
Okay.
because I basically just explained the story I just explained.
Yeah.
And he got the nickname 8K from that because it's actually it's over 8,000.
Oh.
I think you'll find.
Alright, I get you.
I think you'll find in the original Japanese version it was 8,000. No, so he's
Bats and I'm dead. Woohoo!
He's a hyper exaggerated version of me, so
I get it.
But coming away from my obsession with translations, this game is great. I haven't played as much of Rebirth as I would like, but I played a lot of original Binding of Isaac, and they've really fixed a lot with this.
Really
did you play much of the original?
I did, yeah. I think
So,
I played about not as much as some people, but I played about 40 hours of it.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So that's about in the region of what I played of original Isaac. So original Isaac, for those who don't know, ran at like 20 to 30 frames a second because it was
basically a flash game.
Because it was a flash game, exactly, and it's because of that, the responsiveness of this version of Rebirth onwards cannot be overstated. Like, because this runs at 60 now. Also, I think the pixel art works a little bit better than the.
Now that we've said that, I'm immediately like, the lag that just happened there. It's like, what?
Wow! And I just summoned it with my voice.
You summoned it with your voice.
Nice.
Don't know what's going on. I wonder if it. I don't know why it's having problems.
So I wondered when you were running full screen if it was a VSync issue, because people sometimes say, "Oh, VSync totally lowers your input."
Yeah, but there's no VSync on this.
So there's probably not VSync on that,
No.
and there's probably it would be a different method of VSync if it was running not in full screen anymore. So I don't know. I'm always team pro VSync, but that's VSync assuming that it maintains a steady 60 so that you don't get input lag.
VSync is usually the first thing that I turn off.
Yeah. It depends on the game. Yeah, like if your game can't maintain 60, then yeah, obviously turn it off because then you want the spikes where you get higher frame rates. But screen tearing drives me so mad. I'm just sensitive to frame rates, sensitive to screen tearing. I think you'll find you're running at 480p. The resolution could be higher.
James said earlier, he was asking because those crazy cleanup.
Oh,
streams,
your cleanup
your
streams.
friends were
Your
nutty
cleanup.
and hilarious. Yeah, like
Well,
I love Viscera cleanup for that sort of crack. I should play it again soon.
you are all mad.
It's great
Uh,
though.
It is pretty funny, yeah. Just you take an almost cathartic glee in burning body parts in piles and.
I do. Like I find the whole game really cathartic personally.
Yeah, but hey, if it works for you, that's.
Whatever
Susan
works
played-
for you.
Susan played it once, didn't she? With you, I
She
think.
played it once, Verity, like
Yeah.
yeah, back way before I even bought the game. They were her and Verity were the reason I bought it.
Oh, you were interested in it, right? Okay.
Because I watched their stream back, and like normally I'll watch most streams back, but I'll kind of like flick to bits and watch it for about 10 minutes and then maybe flick a bit. But I sat and watched that entire stream and was like, oh, this is dead. This is awesome. I want this game. But then there was that
That's really cool.
stream. Can't remember who it was with. There was that stream a wee while back where we discovered the whole metagame stuff. I need to spend time going through that.
I don't know much about that. That sounds
Oh,
interesting.
there's a whole thing, Scott. It's great.
I watched you play it, and I saw you find like, oh, this is a parody of like RoboCop or something. No, was it RoboCop or was it like Total Recall? You were finding diaries, and it was basically a cleanup job that was referencing 80s sci-fi. But I don't think you'd gotten to the meta part yet.
No, yeah. So the meta part is. Do you want me to tell you? Assume you're not going to play it.
Probably not in a hurry.
Do you want me to not tell you then?
I'm usually very anti-spoilers, but I think you can probably give me a hint.
Well, I don't know.
Are they all aware they're in the game?
No, it's not that. They you know the way after every level you end up in the office? There are things hidden in the office that tell you about an ex-cleaner and some dodgy shit he got up to, and if you search long enough you find some of that stuff.
Oh.
But then you have to collect all of his letters and all of the other stuff that you find throughout all the levels to bring it back to get a key card to open another secret door, which I haven't got yet. Yeah, it's Bob.
Alright, so
Bob the cleaner.
So is that what you're going back for?
That, yeah, just to find all that stuff and then share it with the stream, so that they can find out what crazy shenanigans Bob was up to.
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy when a game manages to incorporate meta, not just for the sake of being meta, but like as part of the story.
Yeah. It did actually, because, you know, Viscera Cleanup Detail, I wasn't playing it for the story.
But that was a nice surprise.
That was a nice surprise, and then I was like, oh my god, because I remember I was streaming that night, and I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna leave it here. And then
you could no longer leave it there.
And I was like, no, we've got to keep going until I discover all these things. I didn't know there was secret rooms. Oh, I hate this guy so much.
There's a really brilliant. So the main MMO that I play most of the time is probably Guild Wars 2, because you can just not play it for months and then come back and play it for a couple of days and then leave it. It's pretty easy to pick up that way. And everyone's getting hyped up for the expansion. Oh, did you survive?
Yeah, I survived. I just got stuck. I got stuck for a second while he was throwing this thing.
Oh, yeah, see, yeah, okay,
yeah,
it's just caught to that. So, yeah, everyone's getting hyped for the new expansion, which is Path of Fire. And the way Guild Wars works is that you don't ever level over 80. When you hit 80, there are lots of things you can do at AT to earn different forms of progression, but there's nothing that affects your level as such.
Yeah.
There's a mastery system, which like in Heart of Thorns, the previous expansion, that gave you a glider, and then it would let you have the ability to get better at gliding in different ways. Maybe able to glide for longer or whatever.
Oh,
and
shit.
there's never been mounts in Guild Wars, so it was a way of like sort of giving players a mount.
Yeah.
But Path of Fire is going to have mounts proper.
That's pretty cool.
But they all like do different things. So they're not taking the just like your mount just makes you faster and is a skin approach. Each mount has a set of abilities. And I think I'm sure
cool.
I'm sure they'll eventually sell skins for those types. But as in term, like say the one that's a raptor, maybe they'll sell one that's like a Dilophosaurus, or something like different types of dinosaurs or whatever. But yeah, we're all pretty excited about that. Anyway, point was, one of the cool things in Guild Wars 2 is a set of dungeons, and they had to come up. The dungeons are cool enough and everything, but they stopped developing those like 1 or 2 years into the game in favor of preparing proper raids, and they came up with a replacement for the dungeon system to replicate. They should come up with a way to replicate the world content that was active sometimes.
Yeah.
So there'd be like this thing. It was this thing called the Living World story, and it would change things in the environment. And they were like, "How can we maintain this if we replace it with new stuff?"
Yeah.
So they came up with this thing called fractals, and fractals are a bunch of science mumbo jumbo to explain why you can revisit old content in like in bite-sized chunks. But what's really cool is that they have basically an in-story explanation for them.
Oh, that's cool.
And like everyone in your party. I won't go into the story of people inside the hub world for the fractals. But everybody in your party is painfully aware that everything is resetting every time.
Yeah.
And it becomes a sort of joke that they know that everything's resetting. So it's an explanation for why you can revisit old content over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is actually
Fucking
resetting.
hell. Sorry, it's been so long since I fought this boss, and I'm really getting my ass handed to me there, but I killed him in the end. Good lord.
This game is not easy.
No, and I don't know what this is. Do I want to take the risk? Sure, let's do it. Oh, that was nice. That was a nice drop.
Krampus? You mean that Christmas movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas horror movie.
Christmas horror movie. So I started playing an MMO recently, actually.
Oh yes, you got into Secret Worlds Legends, didn't you?
Such a terrible game.
Is it?
like it's not okay.
You keep playing it. You keep playing it.
I do but like there's absolutely no challenge in it. But the whole thing is, it's kind of like Guild Wars. You get to a certain level, and then after that, you get up the skill tree, and then it supposedly gets more interesting. The one thing about it, because it was made in 2004.
Oh yeah,
so
it's getting on a bit now.
But like there's story and all in it, and it's kind of interesting, whatever. Mainly the reason I'm playing it is because it's free, and I'm able to play it with my friends in New Zealand and stuff. So it's been a game that we've been able to play together.
Is it as old as 2004? Because I thought it was like I thought it was like 2010 or something.
No, 2004, man.
All right, okay.
2004. But the free to play elements of it are so ridiculous. Like they really
they very deliberate? Yeah.
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 They do.
That's unfortunate. Like Guild Wars manages a good balance because it used to be you paid for the game, and then
sorry, it's just not opening.
They're not taking damage.
No, I'm not taking damage. I just need these guys. You can't hurt these guys unless they.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not taking damage.
Yeah, they only take damage when they open their mouth and shoot stuff at you, so you kind of have to wait. James was saying my best friend's been talking about Secret World a lot. It got a refresh. That's
right. Okay. Yeah. So I was looking up there, and the refresh was in 2012. Okay, so that was the date I was thinking of.
But it was a free-to-play refresh.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And the free-to-play stuff It's okay. Like they've done it in the right way in the sense that the free to play stuff only affects cosmetic things,
Hmm.
and like you can see how much effort and work has actually went into making this game. Like it's pretty incredible the amount of content that's actually there.
Yeah.
But I kind of felt like me being me. I think within a week I was like level. Well, I'm level 38 right now, and I started playing about a week or two ago. But in saying that, leveling up is quite easy. Like I've played 40 hours and I'm that level already.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I
MMOs
mean?
usually are a bit slower, yeah.
Oh, fuck off! No! God damn it!
Did you take a risk?
I took a risk and I took the pill, and the pill is full health, and now I have full health, but I'm Eve, and full health means.
Do you get more powerful as your health goes down?
With Eve, when you've only got one heart left, you go into that super demon mode where you're
Oh,
faster,
yeah.
you're stronger, and everything
Yeah,
else.
okay.
Which normally is fine if I can just lose a heart of health, but I've got a spirit heart and a black heart on right now, so I don't really want to do that.
I don't know if Eve was even in the version I played.
Really?
She may have been, but as I say, I played original Binding of Isaac, and then I played a little bit of Rebirth on the Vita because it was a free game. PlayStation
Yeah.
Plus.
Well, I'm about to lose these hearts anyway, so that's fine.
The way Guild Wars does it is you're supposed to buy the base game, and then
Yeah.
and then it's subscription free, and that's it. But at a certain point, they had a gem store from the beginning, but it was never particularly bad. And then at a certain point, they just made the game free to play, but you have to buy the expansions.
Right.
And you can additionally buy stuff in the gem store. Now, the gem store does rotate out, and the gem store does have sales, and the gem store is mostly cosmetics. However, there are one or two gameplay bonuses you can buy, but they're usually just like inventory stuff. There's nothing that breaks the game from the gem store. So it's reasonably well balanced. But contrast that to when I played the Old Republic.
Oh.
And
Nice.
I played that at launch, and I was a subscriber, and I really enjoyed it. It's like some really slow leveling quests, but the actual story quests are really because it's Bioware and it's pretty solid. Once it went free to play though, you basically should just subscribe any month you want to play that game.
Yeah.
That's how bad the free to play is. Once you
Really?
subscribe, you turn into like just a super user, and everything's super convenient, and like
Mm.
all the slow leveling quests from the story mode become like fast leveling, and then you're just doing the fun quests, and it's like in every way it's better. Just subscribe for a month if you're gonna play it. And you get given a set amount of the in-game currency and everything as well. But there's so many systems that they just lock if you're on free to play in that, and I was just like, oh, this is a
That's
bummer,
really,
guys.
That's really pants. I like. I have a moral.
Yep.
Sorry. I have a moral disagreement with free to play when it really conflicts with your ability to play the game.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
pure free to play in my opinion.
like I think Guild Wars doesn't get it as bad because it was never intended to be 100% free to play or 100% subscription. It was kind of like in between. It's like buy the game and then you're kind of supporting us. So when they introduced the free to play stuff, it was mostly just stuff that you could buy optionally anyway.
Yeah.
It was never this is a core feature, whereas the Old Republic. And I feel really bad because I really do think some of those quests are really good. So it's such a shame that it's kind of locked behind an MMO. Like I played a light side smuggler, and there's totally like this hilarious quest chain where you end up in like the middle of a smuggling operation, and while you're doing it, like a Jedi is fighting a Sith in the
Yeah.
middle of it, and you're just like, man, whatever. I'm just a smuggler. I just want these goods. I just want to get out of here. And I was just like, oh, this is great. This is so like they make the non-force users actually matter. So
Oh, that's pretty cool.
it was pretty good storytelling as well. And then eventually it does like link into Knights of the Old Republic in like some significant ways. There's like a huge character who
Nice.
comes back from that, and I'm like, oh wow, they're actually This is almost Knights of the Old Republic 3 that everybody wanted, but it's an MMO.
Almost, but not quite.
Almost, not quite.
Okay.
Whoa, you did that with your head that time.
I did, because he dropped an item that gives me the ability to do that now.
Oh, and is that the green mana meter at the top left?
Yes, that's exactly what that is.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I did it with my head!
Very
what
good.
I'm probably going to do here is keep playing until I die again, and then I'll probably leave it there.
Cool. You feeling any better?
I do actually feel a wee bit better.
You mean invigorated, being told about all the time I've wasted in MMO? God, I typed /age once in World of Warcraft. That was a bad idea.
You what?
I typed /age. I don't know if it's the same command in World of Warcraft.
Oh,
but...
yeah, to find out how long you've been playing.
But my worst one is Guild Wars. I don't like typing it in that.
No.
That's one you can, because there's no restrictions on it. I could totally just leave it on in the background while I do stuff. So I never ever. I'm just like, no, that's not good. And I've got friends who've got like 2,000 hours in like Team Fortress, which isn't even an MMO.
Oh,
that's just pure.
Oh, I have a friend that has about 2,000 hours in both Skyrim and Mass Effect.
Oh, ouch!
Yeah,
and they're completely...
she went back and did every single one of them in hardcore. But
I mean, they're
took
both
her...
they're both RPGs, but they're both kind of different RPGs as well. Like
you
one
wouldn't
is
expect thousands of hours in Mass Effect. I would have thought.
No,
but...
exactly. Maybe Skyrim, but
yeah,
ooh, okay.
Not Mass Effect, but like my ringtone for her is there's a guy who did a Commander Shepard song on YouTube. And that's her theme tune on my phone, because there was about 6 months where all she was doing was playing Mass Effect.
Nice.
It was, oh shit, these guys, shit. Come and get me, bud. Come and get me. Come and get me. You wanna get me? Come on and get me. Oh god, this is a nightmare. Hang on. What am I doing? I forgot I had that.
There was a friend I made when I was in my 20s who... really cool person, but wasn't in, like, they thought video games were interesting but never really got into them.
Yeah.
Until one night they were like over visiting me and we were watching films and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, you're really into sci-fi, aren't you? How about I show you the intro to this game I've been playing?" So I showed them the intro to Mass Effect, and they went out and bought a 360.
You hooked them.
I did, and like several years later, like, you know, they've got like a massive library of like 360 and PSP and PS4.
What is James saying? I revealed. Oh yeah, he did. Do you remember James revealed his plate last time?
Oh yeah, that was scary.
Think of all the life you lost.
I don't like to.
Like me neither. Me neither. It's why I can't play games like Skyrim and all of those, because I just... Now what the fuck is this item?
Luckily, I'm so I don't dislike Skyrim or anything. Like I respect Bethesda a lot and blah blah blah. But in certain ways, I do wish they'd fix their games. God, but I'm more of the I'd rather play a linear game that has a story and ignoring like Breath of the Wild. Generally, I'm more of a Zelda person who likes a linear set of dungeons and stuff.
This item is amazing! Oh my
what did
god!
you get?
I didn't know what it was, and now I know what it is. Give me this item! It drops a soul heart every 4 rooms.
Oh, that's very handy.
Oh my god.
Does it have to be 4 new rooms?
I don't know, right? I think probably 4 new rooms.
That's a really,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because health is everything in this game. So.
Yeah, and it's a soul heart as well, because...
Yeah, so it's extra health.
Yeah, oh my god, so good.
James has...
Stop whipping your dick out!
484 days on his main.
I know, that is wild.
Like, that's actually logged
ult?
in.
What's your ult like?
I mean...
that's your main?
If he's like any other World of Warcraft player, he's probably got like you get like 8 to 10 ults on each server, but you can go on other servers. So he probably has dozens and dozens of ults, I'm guessing. I've got friends who just like join new servers so they can play with the character creator and make more ults.
Oh, it's a no rainbow poop. Cool. Oh God, he said God, no? Why God?
He doesn't want to, does he not want to even, or he doesn't make,
Okay.
maybe.
Gertie! Oh shit. Well, that was a great start. Oh God. Forgot what Gertie's moves are.
Oh, the one that's just made of organs. Yeah.
Yep.
I think you've got him.
Yeah, I'm fine. And my cross dropped the sword! He says I've got ults,
nice.
but I don't really ever play them much. Right, what is that item? I don't know what that item is. It looks like TNT. TNT?
It looks like, yeah, TNT or TUP. TLP? What?
Hang on. Let's put in T. Oh, that is like a...
Is this when you know you're back on the Isaac train?
Oh,
You've got
shit.
the wiki open.
I've got the... It's not even that. It's a website called platinumgod.co.uk that has all the items. And you can search them. No, because Platinum God is the ultimate...
Oh, is that...
Yeah, once you've...
Is that the Isaac, like, fan base core?
It comes up, like... I can't show you at the minute, but on my save game there's a little face of Mega Satan to show that I've defeated Mega Satan. But if I complete everything, like absolutely everything with every character, it'll come up saying you are the Platinum God.
Oh, and that's where the name comes from.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like a couple of like sites for Guild Wars that have like these are the crazy achievement hunter sites.
Yeah.
There's one called Dolphy, which every time a patch drops, you wait like a couple hours, and then Dolphy will compile everything you need to know about getting the new content.
I don't know what this item is. Just as long as it's not a health item, I'm fine.
Guess we'll find out.
No, I'm trying to find the image, but like, man, I can't see it.
Isaac Rebirth items.
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm on the item list as well. Between us, we can find this.
Yeah, we'll find it. There's just so many items.
Quite a few.
If I knew the name of it, but you don't really find the name of it until you pick it up. I can't.
I'm looking for anything that even resembles it.
I can't. There's a box, but.
Oh wait. No, that's not it.
Yeah.
I wondered if that was at an angle.
I can't know. It would look exactly the same. I can't actually see it. Is it maybe an afterbirth item that?
So maybe you do have afterbirth?
I didn't think I did. Items?
I'll have a look at the afterbirth items.
Yeah. Where is the afterbirth items?
Oh, there it is. It's called Crackjacks.
Is it in afterbirth?
I found it in the afterbirth list, but it's listed as a rebirth item.
What's it called?
Crackjacks. +1 health up spawns a random trinket on the floor.
Oh no, we don't want the health up. We don't want the health up. What does James say? I have only 2 max level characters right now. Only 2, he says. Only 2.
With heirloom gear, that's actually not that hard to do, so that's probably what he means by that. But heirloom gear is where you can like take a max level character and they can give like this boosted gear that speeds up the leveling process to an alt.
Okay, so we are further into the like the basement that I've got this stream.
Yeah, this stream this has been the
furthest that I've gotten. Die. Good lord. So this is I'll start facing some enemies that I haven't seen before yet. Which is cool. It's cool. It's cool.
And yes, cool. Heirloom's also level with you, so if you give one to an alt, it's like a bit of equipment you can keep for your whole leveling journey.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's just kill all you guys really quickly.
They usually also look really good, so like you'd be running around with you're wearing like, you know, patchwork pants and like rainbow colored t-shirt that's all scabby, and then you're wearing these shoulders that are from like level 80 and look ridiculous. It's great.
Come on. So these guys, you can only kill them from behind.
You gotta get the brain bit.
Yeah, but they run after you whenever they see you. So then you can, whilst they go on their wee path, you can shoot them from behind. Come on.
definitely got to say the concept of a roguelike twin shooter Zelda. That's basically what this is. Well, and by Zelda, I mean Zelda 1. I
Yeah.
don't mean the later Zeldas, I mean Zelda 1. This map structure is totally just Zelda 1, with keys and everything. Um,
Even
but
kind
yeah,
of makes when you pick up money, or is it money, or is it the keys, or when you pick up the keys, it kind
yeah,
of sounds like the
yeah,
Zelda
exactly.
noise.
They're totally going for Zelda 1 specifically, yeah. Yeah, the concept of oh, and let's make it a twin stick shooter, and let's make it a roguelite. What? But it works. It works really well.
It works. It works. Hey, hey, who said you could go and not die? Yeah, my little cross thing gives me hearts. Oh yeah.
What's your favorite roguelite? I mean, this probably falls more into hard roguelike territory, but
I really like Rogue Legacy.
I'm a big fan of Rogue Legacy as
Rogue
well. It's a really good,
Legacy.
it was a really solid Castlevania.
I I was really. Oh shit! There's mom on this level. She's gonna start doing this. Shit.
The original final boss.
I really like
kind of the original
Crypt of
final
the
boss.
shit! Butter got me. I like,
Necrodancer's on my to-do list. It's been on there forever.
yeah, look, it's really hard. It's a really tough game. It is actually a lot more difficult than you think it would be, but I also really like it.
Also, the music's incredible.
Yeah, like the music is great.
It is actually, it is totally Super Meat Boy original Binding of Isaac man who does the music for
Is
Necrodancer
it?
as well. Yeah, yeah.
Did I kill all those hands? It does seem like it, doesn't it?
I think my favorite roguelite. All of those are really good though. Like I really like Rogue Legacy a lot. But I think I have a slight bias towards Splunky because it kind of started this whole thing.
I think I tried to play Splunky and I couldn't really get into it.
So the thing about Splunky is it's got a really...
Grr.
It does have a pretty mean learning curve.
Yeah.
Once you get it, everything about it makes sense. It's just kind of like everything about it.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, some purple thing just exploded.
No, I was laughing because I was like, you were saying, it's got a hard learning curve, and I'm like, I think the first time I actually successfully completed Binding of Isaac, it was about 32 hours in.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's absolutely like that, because then once you base run, you discover that, oh no, that's not really the game. There's like a basic boss and a basic ending in Spelunky, but that's not really the game. You want to do a hell run, or you want to do a secret underground world run, or intestine. Like, there are all these different runs you can do. Also, I'm slightly biased towards it because I played the original demo of it in 2008, which was made in Game Maker and is like made out of like pixel art, and
that sounds quite cute.
And it's awesome, and it's got what I consider the original Spelunky theme.
Oh.
But the remake, I say the remake, Spelunky HD as it's known, but it's just called Spelunky.
Yeah.
The proper version. They got a different composer for that, and I love the music in actual Spelunky. It sounds like it's like a weird mix between Mega Drive and Amiga music.
Oh, I just wasted that. Great.
This
is different.
But it's missing the original theme in the main game. Oh man, down to 1/2 heart.
I know.
Don't let those handmasters get you.
I know, she was different because she gave off things whenever she dropped down. So.
I mean, I don't know what they're called in Isaac, but they're called handmasters in Zelda. And
nasty skeleton mom hands.
They totally do the same thing as well. They like pick you up and take you to the... If you get caught by them, you get taken to the beginning of the dungeon.
God, so literally just lifted that.
Oh yeah, no, like, it's totally Zelda.
Masters.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's correct. Wall Masters is the correct term. I don't know where I got Handmaster from.
Oh wait. I have bombs.
There's also a variant of them called Floor Masters, but in Ocarina of Time.
I got the dry baby! I got the dry baby!
No, you're correct, Lilith. It's Wall Masters and Floor Masters.
So, I believe something will happen whenever my donation box hits 999.
I mean, if the Ready Up donation box ever hits any amount of money, we're calling that out.
Yeah. It's just a
Shameless.
mention,
Hint, hint, hint,
guys.
hint. Hint, hint, hint.
If you wanna subscribe or you wanna donate, it's totally fine. It's totally, you can see more of me being shit at this game. Yeah.
Oh no, you're doing pretty well.
Like,
Although,
I think it's one of
although,
those things that I don't know who it actually is. I'm assuming it's Per Susan that pays for the website hosting and stuff out of her.
yeah,
Out of her.
it's like yeah, at the moment it is her, but it's like a combination of, like,
Yeah.
I won't go into too much admin detail on
Yeah.
stream, but
So basically, you'd be helping pay for our web costs.
you'd be helping us out.
Which we currently pay for ourselves.
Yes. And
Actually.
more money means more streams, yo.
More money, less problems.
Exactly. But yeah, no, the Wall Masters in Zelda are pretty funny. The first time you encounter one, it's really terrifying. Because you're just like, why is this shadow growing below me? So there's like a almost an invisible timer on it.
This is a giant poopy. Oh no, he's gonna start. Oh, okay, cool. He's new. Oh god, I forgot about this guy. And he throws bits of corn at you. Oh, he's dead. Cool. Safety pin is not health. Yeah.
So it was okay to pick up.
Yes, I picked it up and all was good. Wallmaster scared the crap out of me as a kid.
Yeah, they're pretty. They make like a sound as the shadow grows, and then
Mom's
and then
hand scares me. No.
you kind of have to bait them to land in a certain spot, same as Mom's hands.
Yeah.
And like making them move out of the way. So yeah, they like I like so much about this game, about Binding Isaac. I think from a gameplay standpoint, it's kind of game design genius. But man, I am not a fan of his obsession with in not just this game, in Meat Boy as well, and his other stuff. His obsession with like excrement and like fluids, like there's something going on there. I'm just like,
he has a thing about it, doesn't he?
Like, just calm down, mate.
Your tits, friend. But he is. I think he has a thing about anything kind of gross or just.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like he's just pushing boundaries to see how far he can go.
You can get like there was when this originally came out, it generated a lot of controversy for its like really dark storyline. So
what is that thing? What is that vial? Oh, there it is, right there. It is deals poison damage on contact with enemies. Speed down, has a chance to drop.
Doesn't sound worth it to me, but
no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Oh, I should put Twitch back on. What time is it?
It's 8:20. We're gonna go to the end of this run.
Yeah. Which, you know, who knows how long.
Could be any moment.
Hey!
Hey! No, I think you've got a good run going.
I've got a good run going, yeah.
But the crazy thing about this game is once you see people who play it all the time, like I know you're good because you've played dozens of hours, but like when you see streamers who just play this.
Oh no,
they're
incredible. Like I could.
They've got like plugins to show the items that they've got and on the stream and stuff. I don't know if they have to do that anymore with like Afterbirth Plus and stuff.
Fuck
but
me. Right, let's just do this. Screw you all. Day.
I totally remember that.
Oh. Die. Cool. Oh, I love my cross so much.
Necronomicon.
Yeah, it's the best. No, the Necronomicon is my little dry buddy. So he kind of sparks that off randomly.
Cool.
He is also awesome.
I mean, that's kind of the one of the core tenets of a roguelite is the RNG goes both ways. Sometimes it can go in your way, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Kind of like another popular game at the moment that seems to be heavily luck based.
What's that?
That you succeeded at recently. Although
Player
that was more through skill, of course. But
chicken winner, chicken dinner.
like I watched back that clip and just how
I
static you were.
My shit. I was so happy.
To be fair,
that like
the last moments were pretty intense.
I've had one other chicken dinner, but like I died just before, and it was Verity that got the shot. So for this time, for me to have got the killing blow, I was like, "Ugh!" Sorry,
Nice.
still living in the dream.
So hang on, the time that Verity got a chicken dinner, other than this, was also in a squad with you?
There was one time we got a squad one. She's had chicken dinner 3 times. She got a solo one.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I thought she got a solo one.
What's
That's
this?
pretty impressive.
I want this. Whatever this is.
Like, as I say, I have some criticisms of that game in terms of it feeling a little too luck based.
Some criticisms. The game has a lot of work that needs done, but you have about being
but
balanced.
there's still definitely an element of skill. It's just I just don't like the random sniper deaths, to be honest.
It's still just so buggy at the minute.
Oh yeah, like Verity and I went on a massive like complaining session after the stream.
Yeah, like there's so many times. Oh, can't remember. I think I vaguely. Oh man.
You want to check the pill?
No, I'm not gonna take the pill.
Okay. You want me to check the head?
No, I know what the head is. I've took it. If I remember correctly, what the goat head does is it opens up the door to Satan's room.
Oh.
Like guaranteed. Normally, it only opens up if you do a boss battle and you don't take any health. But
okay.
Otherwise, this with goat's head, it means it's always gonna open up.
I don't know if Rolo's saying that on purpose to either in my support, in which case thank you, Rolo, or he's saying it to poke fun at me because I keep telling everybody I had an idea very similar to Battlegrounds and never did. Scott, you should make your own Battlegrounds. Yes, I know. My idea was more less like Battlegrounds is basically Battle Royale parachute at the beginning.
Yeah.
My idea was to have like 3 rule sets, and that would be one of them. One of them would be Battle Royale style, but the other 2 would be the other 2 huge entries in that genre, in movie-wise or story-wise.
Can I just mention that literally the only reason I'm still alive right now is because of this cross that I have.
It just keeps generating just in time.
Yeah, just in time. Where's the shop? I might go to the shop. It's down there.
Have you been south?
South.
Oh, you've got money there.
Yeah, I've got lots of money. I'm going to go see if I can spend my money in the shop. Rulo thinks you could do it.
I appreciate the support in me, Rolo. The problem is my most experienced engine is Unity. So, insert joke about Unity optimization. And then, insert joke about what a mess Battlegrounds is. So I'd be like, we'd be competing for which one is the least optimized.
I think they could include a massive team.
I thought that as well, Rolo. Like, do you remember, what's it called? MAG? Do you remember MAG?
Remind me.
I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Hang on. MAG VSP. Yeah, it was called MAG. MAG, an acronym for Massive Action, it's just Massive Action Game. So it was a PS3 game that had like 256 players at a time, which for a PS3 game was really impressive network-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And the other idea about it, and I think it was a really good idea. It was just too early.
Yeah.
It had this idea that when you like spawn in, like depending on what you did with objectives and things, people would actually be given ranks in the 256, and it would like create a structure in that game. The problem with it is getting enough people to play, and games to last long enough for that to make a difference. But like at its base level, I thought that Mag had a really interesting concept. So a version of Battlegrounds with like way more players would be also quite interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm just playing around with my white balance because I'm just so orange.
it's
So
all right.
orange.
Oh my god, you went sort of yellow there. Now,
I was just messing around.
now
Trying
you
to
look
make
okay.
it. My head is like disappearing a little because my hair is so shiny. It's reflecting the green. My green screen. Anyway, let's go kill a boss.
Aren't all your walls green anyway?
No.
was,
Yes, sure.
It was a very bad Ireland joke.
Oh, that was a really bad Ireland joke.
It's just like, whoa, you live in Ireland, everything's green.
Everything's green. You're green all the time.
Right. Me Lucky Charms.
Yes, get that.
And I know that they generally don't even sell Lucky Charms over here, so.
They don't sell them in Northern Ireland. That's for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I was gonna say. Like it's an American thing.
Oh, I'm at mom already.
Oh.
When did that happen?
Oh. Have you still got the goat's head, or does it like? Did you replace
No,
it?
I still have the goat's head. It's just not displaying it.
Okay, cool. That's some good mom play.
Yeah, I used the head right at the start.
The head right at the beginning was good.
Yeah.
I've beaten mom. I've done that.
You've done that.
I've done that definitely. I don't know if I've gotten much further than that.
There she goes. And we want the negative because we want to defeat your man. Right, I'm not all that interested in the little buddy, but oh, the shovel, I think you can dig down levels. You can just dig down into a level.
Mm-hmm.
I like how if you take out her foot, she's dead. Yeah. You didn't need that bit, any. I'm gonna open the box. Oh, what'd that do? Oh. It just took me back to the same place. I don't think I need any of those things, so I'm gonna hold on to my heart of health. Because I'm probably gonna need it. Going into mom's womb. I'm in the utero now.
Oh, I meant to ask, right? And you don't have to go into detail because we're on stream.
Okay.
Did you get your mail?
What mail?
I was watching your Twitter over the weekend.
Oh, yeah! Oh man, that was a total. I got it.
You got
eventually.
it.
So
Hey!
basically, I'm working with a team in Manchester, remotely with a team in Belfast to make a mobile VR game of Evil Dead.
Alright, cool.
And they sent me over the mobile phone and the Gear VR to dev with, and they sent it to me on Thursday to arrive on Friday, so that I could give it to the programmer over the weekend to work on over the weekend. And it arrived. I finally got hold of it on Tuesday.
yeah, okay.
It was
so the Royal Mail had it at a local depot or somewhere.
It's not even that, right? Do you want to hear this drama? It's such a drama. It's way more of a drama than it should have been. It was meant to arrive on Thursday. It was meant to arrive on Friday. It didn't arrive. I had went into the office and said to the girl, "Look, the office manager, because I wasn't going to be there. I was like, look, these packages are coming. Would you make sure to keep an eye out for them?" And she was like, yeah, sure. Then I get 2 notifications saying that they both hadn't arrived.
Right.
I ring post office and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we couldn't get access to the building." And I'm like, "Well, that's a load of bullshit, but okay, whatever. Can I come get it tomorrow in the depot?" And they were like, "Yeah, fine." I turn up at the depot and they're like, "No, you can't have it." Even though they said, "Oh, it's just upstairs, but we can't give it to you. It's out for redelivery." And I was like,
"What?"
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, right? And I was like, "Right, okay, whatever." So then I ring them again on Sunday, giving off to them saying, "You told me I could go pick it up." Then I go down being told I can't pick it up. And then the guy on the phone is like, "Oh, but it's marked here that it's ready for collection yesterday at 11 o'clock. And I was like, "Well, I was there at 12 o'clock. And they wouldn't give me my fucking package, so don't lie to me. And they were like, "Well, let's just see if, get it redelivered on Monday." And I was just like... So I was in the office on Monday. Postman comes and I'm like, "You don't happen to have a package for Kitty Crawford?" And they were like, "Oh, you're Kitty Crawford?" And I was like, "Yes." And they were like,
the legend.
we thought it was for the Public Health Agency. And I was like, "Why would you think it's for the Public Health Agency?" And he's like, let me just ring the other postman, see where it is. So
What?
apparently it had already made its way back to the depot, but he was like, look, now I know that it's definitely here, you'll have it tomorrow. And I'm like, right. Meanwhile, I did that big complaint on Twitter, and they're messaging me saying, about an hour or two later, saying, oh, well, it's out for delivery, so you'll have it soon. And I'm like, no, I won't, because
No,
the
you don't know it.
postman just.
Uh,
This organisation is a mess. So.
that's terrible.
Yeah,
That's
but
really
then
bad.
I bump in. There was two packages floating around, one with being delivered by Amazon and one being delivered by Royal Mail. But I bumped into a guy that I knew who was in the office opposite mine, and he was
Right.
like, two packages arrived for you, but he didn't know that I'd moved into that office. So he was like, I thought at the time there can't be too many Kitty Crawfords in Belfast, but I didn't take it just in case. But they called at his door, which means if they called at his door, they probably called at my office door. So it was just the girl in the office didn't.
Oh.
So finally, so then the guys, no, I got the package and it said the exact right address, and nowhere on it does it say public health agency. So somebody somewhere along the line was bullshitting me.
What? The public health agency thing is throwing me for a loop.
Apparently, the public health agency used to have an office in that building, but they haven't for
Oh,
years. Like, literally
right.
years, and surely the postman should know that. Anyway, it was a whole thing, and it was really frustrating. But the programmer finally has the fucking headset, so
All right. Okay. You're on track. You're on track.
it was just a nightmare from beginning to end.
That sounds ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
know, it really was. It's one of those
I've
things.
had
It's
I've had a
Go ahead.
oh, no, I was gonna say I've had a couple of bad experiences, like when I've been caught. I say caught. When before global shipping programs existed,
Yeah.
and you could prepay taxes before imported stuff got to the UK. There was once or twice. The unwritten rule of eBay used to be mark everything as a gift.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but that's gotten way more strict these days. So once or twice since they've gotten way stricter with that, I've had a parcel retained for customs, and it's usually an absolute nightmare to get
Oh,
it.
I got stuck. Oh shit.
I'm like back and forth to the depot and
Nightmare.
missed deliveries, and then they charge like twice the value of the parcel itself and stuff. Like it's
That's
it's shocking.
ridiculous.
I do all my mail stuff that I do now. I either get it. I do the global shipping program so that it's prepaid. So when it gets to the UK, it just acts like a UK parcel.
Yeah.
Or if it's me sending something, honestly, I don't even touch the Royal Mail anymore.
They're so bad.
I just go to one of those parcel websites and like compare all the different services, and then
Yeah.
because anything like I sent so we're clearing our loft for a council thing that's happening soon. It's incredibly stressful and we're all going mad, but never mind. That's another story. And I was I didn't want to destroy these university books, but I also have no use for them because as soon as I looked them up, I found the ebooks for them.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like these are just taking space. This isn't like books I want to keep that take up space.
Yeah.
These are just taking up space. And so I was like, okay, I should try and sell these. And the problem though was the weight. And I was like, I'm never going to be economically make enough money from these to justify the postage cost.
Yeah.
When I looked at the Royal Mail, it was so the books came to 11 kilograms, and the Royal Mail wanted something like £45 to send it.
Shoosh. Way on.
And I looked up Parcel to Go, and I got it for £5.20, and they came and collected it up. So they picked it up, and I booked it at like 9:20 on Monday, and they picked it up on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, you can't really beat that. Oh,
Uh,
fuck, this little dickhead.
Mistress Lilith mentions that she got the Indiegogo a few months ago. I remember that. It was on like Kickstarter or something, or one of the
I
crowdfunding.
did get the Indigo. What's that?
So it's like it's similar to, it's one of these emulation boxes that are pre-made, like the Retro Freak, for example.
Yeah.
But I think the big thing about the Indigo is that it could accept different kinds of cartridges as well. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
Uh,
get what you mean.
yeah. So that's what the Retro Freak did. It has like a cartridge slot for the the SNES, the Famicom/NES with an adapter, Game Boy Advance, blah blah blah, and then you put your actual cartridges in, and you can play them on your TV in HD. But they're actually running through an emulator, which is reading ROM directly off the cartridge.
Yeah.
But most of those can also be hacked, so you can just play straight up ROMs. The Retro Freak doesn't even need to be hacked; it just plays ROMs.
Yeah.
Now, most of these devices have been made redundant by how easy RetroPie's gotten recently. But if you still want to play with your legit cartridges, they're a great alternative to buying the original systems. Because if you want to play with the original systems, you really should like get an RGB mod for each of the systems, and then get a Frame Meister, because most original systems will look god awful on a HD TV. But if you put them through a Frame Meister and RGB, they'll look almost HD.
There's a secret room up here. Oh, secret room time.
Rolo has to go pick up Susan. Okay.
Where's Susan tonight?
I believe, I could be wrong, I believe she was gallivanting for work.
Very good.
Give her my regards and say hello, please,
Yeah,
Rolo.
mine too.
Tell her Kitty and Scott say hi from the world's longest Isaac run. We're doing really well.
Brown cap. I don't know what that is, but I know.
Go directly to jail. Choose your own path. Blame nobody but yourself. Listen, I do that enough, okay?
Yeah, I don't
Video
need you
game
to
tell me. Yeah.
Oh, Stu's here.
Oh, we got Saintly Stew?
Yeah, Stuart.
Or was Stuart one of the ones playing with you on your BAFTA crew stream?
Don't think so, no.
No. Stuart's the voice actor, right?
Neil.
Neil's the voice actor. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused. Oh, Stuart! Is Stuart the one who was on the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So many names to remember. By so many, I mean like 3.
Yeah.
Welcome, Stuart. But yeah, the Indigo was like another one of the emulation, but it got a lot of backing because it did like so many systems without you having to set them up, really. Whereas with a RetroPie, although it's incredibly simple these days, you do still have to set it up. A RetroPie is just a...
Oh, fucking no!
Oh no, what?
I died.
Oh.
And I threw everything at it.
That's a really good run.
Ah, that was a great run, actually. Yeah, but...
For just a casual, like, jump in, get used to Isaac again.
Yes, that's basically what this was. It was...
That was a pretty good run.
Yeah, it was an hour and 40 minutes.
So you beat Mom, and you're on your way to Satan.
I beat Mom, I was on my way to Satan, and then after Satan, there's somebody else.
There's Mega Satan.
Mega Satan is different. Mega Satan, you can only get him if you collect the 2 parts of the key, which you get from the angels. You have to fight the angels.
Oh, okay.
So, first of all, what I was trying to do, because I've already defeated Mega Satan as Eve.
You were going down a different path.
I was trying to go... Well, see... You can get Mega Satan regardless of what path you go down. So there's the 2 paths. The one path is the positive photograph, which takes you to you go down the same path up until here. When you hit Utero 2, when you finish that, you go to heaven, and then you fight Isaac, and then you go into I think it's the chest, and then you fight like question mark, which is the little blue guy. Then if you go to hell, you go down hell, then you defeat Satan, then you go down and you defeat the lamb, I think it is, which is like it's kind of like Satan, only he's like a ram.
Right, yeah.
To get Mega Satan during your playthrough,
you have to defeat those angels and get the keys.
2 different angels, you get the keys, and then whenever you're in either the chest or the other thing, I can't remember what it's called, then there's a door. There's like a door there that you use the key to go into, and then you fight Mega Satan.
Alright, okay.
So it's all different. But anyway, that was good. Well, sure, you've impeccable timing because I'm going now. I've just finished.
It was kind of a bonus stream, but like you're getting fairly regular in the Wednesday streams now, actually.
Which is a good point. I won't be here next Wednesday.
On that note,
I'm trying to do every Wednesday. but I won't be around next Wednesday. But I'm
No
I'm
problem.
gonna try and do Tuesday or Thursday instead. So I will do something
Cool,
next week,
cool.
just
Well,
not Wednesday.
I'm sure everybody will enjoy that.
Yeah, cool. Anyway,
All
I'll
right,
put up the
well,
thanks screen. Haven't done
yeah,
that yet.
everyone, thanks for joining us. We should have Casual Friday on Friday, funnily enough, 8 p.m. BST. I don't know what we'll be playing. Maybe not PUBG. I think I need a break from that, so I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe we'll play something else.
Well,
But
we
we'll
could
see.
play Dead by Daylight is free to play for this weekend.
That's an option.
And I still have Monaco.
That's also an option.
We have
Yeah.
a couple of games we haven't played, so
Cool.
I'd
All right,
love to try Dead by Daylight, but we'll see.
we've got stuff there. We've got stuff
Yeah.
there.
Oh, James says
Oh,
too short.
too short. Oh.
Sorry. I know. My tummy hasn't been great tonight, so I said I was going to cut it short. Although to be fair, like
You did a good stream.
I'm only
That's a
20
solid
minutes.
hour and a half. Yeah.
I'm only 20
Yeah.
minutes shorter than what I normally do, so it's pretty good.
No, that was good.
All right, guys.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good
Alright.
week.
Bye.
Please like and subscribe.